The Carolina Pro Football Report, presented by National PAL. Support National PAL at nationalpal.org. The weather in Spartanburg, South Carolina cooperated with cloudy, overcast, and mild temperatures as the Carolina Panthers had their first practice in full pads. But the first day of pads resulted in the first casualty for the Carolina Panthers. There was a temporary stoppage in practice as trainers attended to wide receiver Keith Kirkwood after a hit to the head area. After an assessment, Kirkwood was carted away and left in an ambulance for further treatment.
I'll probably talk about this once, then I'm going to move on. It's completely unacceptable to do something like that. So there's things, bang plays that happen, and guys will hit the ground, but you can't tee off on somebody. So that's not what we'll do. It's undisciplined by us, so it can't happen. Obviously, I'm no doctor, so I just report what was said to me. But I had movement in his legs. Didn't have any pain in his neck, so a lot of that's obviously precautionary. We'll wait to see, after he's looked at what exactly it is. So, but that was just the early signs. So, I think if you watched our medical staff, Dr. Gritter, I thought they obviously stepped in and did everything the right way. So.
I mean, we don't want anybody to get hurt or things like that to happen, but, it's about sudden change and, adjusting and having to move forward, because if something like that happens in the game, God forbid, we still got to go out there and play.
I didn't really see a ton. I just saw him get his legs taken out from under him, which is obviously not something you want to do at practice. We got to do a lot better job of taking care of each other out here, and I think, it was just a sad thing to see, and it was a hard lesson that we learned today, but, you hate to see that for anyone.
Kirkwood signed as a free agent with the Carolina Panthers in 2020 and inked a one-year contract extension with the team earlier this year.
I just recognize how much work these guys have put in, and how important this time is for them. So everybody, whether it's a guy like Keith that I've known since I coached him in college, or a guy that just got here a week ago, I can't stand those things. But that is, injuries do happen in football. But it's really important to me that when our players do get banged up, whether it's Shaq, the pull, that they know that their value to me and us is not just what they do on the field. So we care about who they are.
With some big hits out there, our defense was bringing it. But that's the thing about getting in pads again. It's one of those things that we all look forward to, and just having to get used to it again, putting bodies on bodies, and some good fun out there today.
I thought that it was clean up until that point, and then I thought there was a little lull, and then I felt like they came back and did some good things. Defense started adding the pressures in now, the blitzes, so it's not just a moving target now. So you saw the quarterbacks having to scramble a little bit as guys make mistakes. You can see the volume of the install piling up on some of the offensive players. Sometimes, I'm sure if you guys were watching it, you're saying, why is the quarterback throwing it there? Well, the guy's supposed to be here and he's not there. So those things we have to improve upon.
The National Police Athletic and Activities League, changing the lives of America's youth by uniting kids, cops, and communities. nationalpal.org